Palantir moving up again. Those 190 calls that I was talking about, they added the money for 94. They're trading at about $1 right now. See if we get a little bit more follow through in this. I've got some noise going on in the house, but I see Joe just trimmed his Palantir for 25%. Good job. Ram Kamada, what do I think about a Cell H long, CLH? Again, look at the daily charts on these things, okay? The CLH, I can't take it. We're wedged up against the horizontal resistance and the 100-day moving averages right here on Cell H. Again, I know it's in a big gap. I see that, but 100-day moving average is going to be resistance for sellage. So I'm not going to trade long with that 100-day moving average so occurs. Tristan AAL, American Airlines. Yeah, nice look at American Airlines. That's a decent long. William, the Palantir, I wouldn't take that Palantir now. I took the $94 calls, I think. The 190 calls for 94 cents. 190 calls for 94 cents. Palantir target hit 45%. Good job, Joe. Zion, will the market still go up today, or is it a chance to go short? Yes. It could go either way. I don't have any idea. I don't make predictions on the market. I just trade the market. Don't make any predictions on the market. Could it go back down? Sure it could. Could it keep going up? Of course it could. Do I? Whoops. Sorry about that. I had my mic off. Okay, Joe took 45% on Palantir. Good job. Palantir was 6. Palantir was 190 calls. That was my cat. I wouldn't take it now. I'm going to get out of it. Again, Zion, will the market still go up today, or is there a chance to go short? It's always got a chance to go down. It's always got a chance to go up. I have no idea which way it's going to go. Absolutely none. Maxim took $1 on the SPY Super System, traded off the Qs, up to 15. Very good job. Okay, I'm going to mute the mic here for a minute. Yeah, right off the 15, that was a nice trade right there. Palantir. Remember, you're out of the money when you're in the out of the money calls. These cat trades. If you get compression like this, it's gonna strip a little bit of the premium away when you're that far out of the money. You need to keep this. You need it to keep moving up. We had some nice white candles. Now it's kind of switching to green. I don't think I would take it here unless it switches back to some white candles. It's basically what I paid for it right now, just slightly in profits on it. But I'm probably going to take it off pretty quick here. Okay, I'm out of the Palantir trade. I made about 8% on it, very small, because I don't care for this green candles right here right now. I'm out of Palantir. I made about 8% on it. Very small gain. I gotta mute the mic for a minute here. I've got too much noise going on in the house. Palantir moving again now. Nice little pop right there with Palantir. Those calls now have gone from 94 cents to $1.18 on the Palantir Umcat trade. I'm out of it before that. So if you're still in it, you're getting nice profits here. And you get a nice white candle here in Palantir. Nice move, Palantir. Can't really chase it here now. This call's gone from 94 to $1.40. So about 50%. More than that, actually. Palantir still moving pretty strong here with that nice big white candle. The calls went up, that the 190 calls that I got 94 and I get out for about $1. It just went to $1.50. RCKT, this was one that Ari just mentioned a minute ago. I didn't get a chance to talk about it. Biotech, they discussed before, it had some bad times after the FDA. Yes, it did. Took a big drop on RCKT. And they got another PDUFA coming up in March 26th, I believe he said. And again, see the big gap that it's in, but let's see where it is right here, right at the 200-day moving average. It's just way too close to that for me to take it long right there. Nice little move in it though. There's Palantir. Big white candle kind of topping off a little bit here now. So we have to be fairly quick on some of these. CRML, okay, made a nice profit in CRML, and it pulled whoops, just pulled back right high and then pulled right back again. So it went to high volume yellow right here after it had topped out. This Palantir still looks pretty good. Market internals coming down here pretty steeply. Palantir is still getting good volume. It's yellow because it's below where it opened on this candle, but If it moves up a little bit more, it can turn right back to white. But you do know you're getting high volume in this thing. Datadog's been moving up pretty nicely as well. This was another nice boom cat trade right here. Didn't see it till just now, but it's a pretty nice one. About 12:13 right now. Get some YouTube folks watching. Hey, awesome. For a short like O'Reilly, what would it take to make you take the loss on those types of trades? Close above the 8.15, especially when the D1 chart looks weak. Yeah, I mean, if I'm looking at O'Reilly, which I obviously am, on the daily chart, this is what's I'm looking at. It's the 8 and the 15. You see the 8 right here is below the 15. It's bearish. The 8's been going white, red, white. This is basically fairly bullish, fairly bearish, fairly bullish. It's just chopping around. So, and I'd like to see it get down below this 90.18 again, like it did yesterday. So it's moving up a little bit here today, but we're in a tremendously strong market today. O'Reilly's up just to 0.6% in a really strong market. So if I look at O'Reilly today and I look at the market's running up. O'Reilly's running up. It's basically just running with the market. Hit a nice move up here this morning, then it pulled back. So it's just chopping around. But it's the daily that I look at on this one. And again, there's my chart. It's bearish. It's still bearish, and I've got till next week on it. So I'm just going to watch it, see where it looks like at the end of each day. New all-time high in the SPY 693.96. This Palantir still trying to pop here. I'd like to see that candle go white. We had some whites and then some greens here, compression, and then a big white here. And now we're getting a move just on a green candle. CAG not doing too much. Drifting down. It's, options right now are 15 by 25 cents. I paid about 17, between 17 and 20. I get filled some at 17, some at 20. And I'm going to try to take it off. If I can get to 30, I'll take it off. I need to move it back down into probably into the 1620s, 1620, 1622, something like that. Those are 1650 calls I've got. So I'm in the money on them by about 14 cents. Probably a 10-cent drop from here would get me filled. Okay. Again, about 12:16 right now. Got Palantir for 30%. Nice job, Terry. Beautiful. Excellent job. Any opinion or strategy on a short of Micron? Okay, Steve, let's look at the Micron day. You're talking about MU, right? Micron? All right, let's take a look at the daily chart on Micron. Now, are you trying to pick tops here? Is that the idea of suggesting that you would go short on Micron? Because it's certainly not a bearish stock. It's in a nice move up here, right? And it's putting in a doji candle off of a big green candle. This is a doji sandwich setup for a long. Yeah, it's a little extended, but to take the short on this, you've got to have some confirmation that the thing is topped out, and I don't see that yet. Is that what you're looking for? You're looking to take a trade at the high on Micron? Not really. Okay, well, you asked, the question was a strategy on a short on Micron, and my suggestion is don't short Micron right now. You know, it could pull back toward the 8 here anytime because it's a little extended. The 8 is at 312, 312. The stock is at 341. That's got $15. So it's 312 to 341. It's about $30 extended, and the ATR is about 15. So yeah, it's 2 ATRs extended. So it is extended, but yeah, that's not a good idea to try to take a short position on a stock that's extended, because they can be extended for a good long time, and they can just move sideways for a while. Hal short to 5 EMA. Target sector relative weak will swing small size. Inverted. Okay, thank you, Joe. Inverted hammer on Hal. Okay, thanks. Yeah, Hal's pulling back down. Again, the energy sector's been pretty weak. Here's Halliburton right here on the daily chart. Coming down toward the 8 right here, and the support at 30.06. Exactly what I consider getting back into CNC for maybe a swing once it pulls back, only because of the large gap above. Yeah, it does have a huge gap above. Here it is here. But it would have to, yeah, it's got to pull back for me to take it. It's too extended. We made a nice trade in this thing and we get out of it, but it's too extended. Off the 8, the 8's at 43. The stock's at 45.84, almost $3. ATR $1.16, so it's too extended for me to take it. If it pulled back to the 8 here, close to the 200, and bounced and confirmed it was moving back up again, that's where I would consider it, but not now. CAG still coming in. Palantir trying to move higher here. Getting a little choppy though. Q's still trying to grind up. SPY as well. Palantir. Kind of hesitating here. It's a decent move in here, but slowing down a little bit right now. Again, I'm still in CAG as a short. And Altria short that Zion talked about, still a good short setup. KR was a really good short setup as well this morning. Okay. LRKR. But it's bounced up. A lot of choppiness in the market here today. And, you know, picking the stock for an UMCAT trade, you need to have some volume and you need to have some catalyst on it. There's SMX, that's a pretty nice little move right there in SMX. Coming off of a deep, this is a pretty terrible daily chart though. So this is something, if you're going to trade it, you'd have to do it intraday, I think. I don't think you'd want to try to go long for any period of time. And it's got the 8 coming up at about 49.29. This stock has a massive amount of movement. Yeah, so I'd be careful with that one. Probably just has monthly options. Yeah, just monthlies. And they're ridiculous. $30 is the closest one I can see. 8, 10 by $16. Or 10 by $16. This is a big move. Huge moves in this thing. This was up back on the 7th of December. No, the 5th of December. It traded a high of $490. So SMX, very volatile stock, wildly volatile. Or 12:36, right? 12:26. Again, lunchtime is a tricky time to trade the market. You get a lot of compressions and lower volume. You're in CAG for about 19 cents. Acklin, okay, good job. OKTA. Zion, you have SMX. Should you hold it? You got stock on this or options? You have stock? I mean, I don't know what you paid for it. I don't know when you did it. I don't have any idea what your position is, if you're in stock or if you're in options, what the price was when you took it. Again, it's got resistance at the 8 coming up right here. The 8 exponential moving average, 49.97, about 50 bucks is where the next resistance level will be on it. If it gets to 50 and starts to hesitate, I would take it off there. But I have no idea where you are in the stock, and I don't know what your trade is on this thing. So to ask me whether you should hold it or not is it's kind of, I don't have any idea what you paid for it, whether it's stocks, whether it's options. I don't know. Depending on when you bought it, you could be up some decent money here right now, because it was down to about $16 4 days ago. Okay. Yeah, I mean, I would see if it moves up to about 50, Zion. That's where I'd be looking for this thing to run into the next resistance, about $50, and then you get the 50-day moving average, which is at 68.10. This is an extremely volatile stock. I'm sure you know. This is a massively volatile stock. I mean, the thing can run. It's up 101% today, all right, and it's got an implied volatility of $50. $50, well, between $25 and $50, about $35 a day this thing can move. So this is a super volatile stock. All you can do is look at the support resistance levels. I say about 50 is probably the next resistance level. That's about the closest I can give it to you. But if you're up money on it, it's up 96% today. I don't think I'd be hanging around too long if I was up decent money on it. I just don't know what you paid for it. Is Palantir trying to move? Palantir is fighting this standard deviation line right there. Okay. Well, we are at 12:31 here, 12:30 right now. And I'm going to take lunch before too long. I don't have anything on right now except CAG. Well, besides, I have the overnight trades on, but I'm still in CAG. And again, I'm trying to get out at $30 a contract. That would be a little over 50% for me on if I can get out at that. Right now it's trading at about 23 cents on CAG. So I'm up money on this thing. It's trading at, oops, that's the right, 20 by 25. So I'm up money a little bit, but I'm shooting for 30 cents if it continues. Again, the market's been very strong, and you can see what CAG is doing here. It just continues to back off, which what you want to see. Be nice if these were yellow candles, which doesn't have a lot of volume, but it has been coming down all day long. down about 3%, down 50 cents. 50 cents is a lot on this stock. Where do I see support from CAG? You're seeing some from 2010. Oh, goodness, 2010. Yeah, you got to go back to weekly candles to that. I had 1694 as support, and it went through. And 1660, which is all went through. So let me see what I can find. I don't really think that those are particularly a particular concern right now. But you got to go back to 2009, basically. I guess some 2010s, early in 2010. Yeah, I don't see anything there. I mean, you can draw lines back from 2009, 2010, but I don't think it's something I want to use. Let's have an algo line trading just below where it is right now. Which is yesterday's low was 35.10. Today's low 35.20. Whoops, looking at the wrong thing here. Yeah, I'm looking at a couple of years ago. Okay. Yeah, I'm not going to worry about any support on this CAG right now. Palantir still creeping higher. I'm going to get ready to take some lunch here in just a little bit. Probably not going to do any more cat trades until after I eat. Lunchtime tends to be a little bit choppy. Kroger coming down there after going up. Hey, I didn't know you were in here. I didn't know you were in here. You good boy. You're a good boy. Yeah, good boy. Good boy. Very good boy. Stop that. You stop that right now. Stop it. You're a good boy.
Okay, bye-bye.
See you later. Thank you very much. Okay, have a good one.
Bye-bye.
SPY still come back right down to the 8 and 15, bounced again. Triple Qs. Where are they? There they are. Yeah, triple Qs bouncing here nicely right off the 8 exponential moving average here. Momentum a little weak, but see how high the momentum is, even though it's yellow, it's because it's drifted down. It's almost at 80. It's likely to go right back to green again if this goes up just a bit. Same thing as the SPY, but notice how the momentum on the SPY, how low the SPY momentum is versus the Qs. Ooh. Vertex a nice setup, but it's really extended here on the daily chart. But it's got room up to 492, but $10 higher. But it's very extended from the 8, so you would just want to intraday trade this if you wanted to trade it. Vertex, good setup. Options pretty tough to trade. I don't see any way to trade the options on this thing. I mean, you do a debit spread, but I wouldn't want to do a debit spread because you don't really want to hold this thing overnight. It's too extended. So look elsewhere. Might pull it down. Q's also back down below the 8 and the 15 right here. I'm still in CAG. Short here. It's moving back down again. And again, I'm out of Palantir. Palantir has left a little bit of money on Palantir, but it's pulling back again right now. So I don't see anything to dive into at the moment for longs. Vertex is nice, but it's the options are pretty hard to trade. ASTS short here. Yeah, coming right down to the 8 on the daily. WDC and coming down all day long. There's Rocket Lab. We're out of that one. Alcoa coming in. It's bounced up this morning pretty good, but down now 2% for the day. IONQ also coming in. a lot of tech stocks getting strong and then getting weak. It's yeah, Trump made some comments. He taking steps to ban large institutional investors from buying more single-family homes. Um, so of course the home builders are dropping like a rock here. There's Lana coming in. Imagine all the rest of them with it. Both these homes. Yeah, coming in. Again, I'd be cautious about chasing these things down. Zillow, Zillow here, bouncing up on it. ZG, a lot of volatility in these stocks. Be careful with these. I wouldn't be chasing these things. I don't know that there's going to be any follow through on any of this thing. The home builders right here, XHB. It's the home builders ETF. So a more news related movement in the home builders. I'm not going to chase any of these. Well, I consider it strangle or straddle if I could find one, but I'm probably not going to touch these right now. Coming up on 1, so I'm going to get ready to take some lunch here in a minute. Let me just see if we have any questions. I'll have to go ahead and shut down the, stop the YouTube feed. Okay. All right. Thank you very much, folks from YouTube today. I appreciate your being being here and joining us. We'll be back tomorrow about 11:30. And again, pretty strong market today. SPY hit multiple new all-time highs today. 693.96 the last one, but it's pulling back a little bit right now. So is the Qs, and the IWM pulling back as well right now. So market's getting a little bit weak, and some good trades today. Had some good trades in Palantir. I had a nice trade in CRML, in CAG short. Had a nice trade in MSTR this morning, and I had a CRML trade from overnight that made 100% on. So other than that, we're just kind of watching right now, and I'm going to get some at lunch. So again, thank you folks from YouTube. I appreciate it. Again, if you're interested in the room, the alert service, or the software right here, which we now have colored candles for the volume on these things: yellow, bearish high volume; white, bullish high volume. Don't see any of those right there, but there's a bullish high volume right there. Anyway, so we've got that, and we got a couple new scans here for swing type trades. One wise bull, one wise bear. Those are swing setups. Those you should be looking at the daily chart. Okay, so listen, we'll see everybody tomorrow. Thank you very much for being here. I appreciate it.